Hey everybody, welcome to Country Girl with Kathy Jarvis. And it is March and it's time to start gardening. One of the things that we like to do, or that I need to do, is weed all the flower gardens. Of course I do this after I get the greenhouse planted, but we have to weed the gardens and we have to trim up the roses. So today we're going to be trimming out a knockout rose. Now, we need to trim these out in late winter, early spring, just when the buds are starting to swell up, and that tells us that the plant is ready to start putting out growth. And the one thing about the knockout roses is that you can do them a couple different ways. You can cut them all the way back down to like 12 to 18 inches from the ground, or you can do selective pruning across the top. Kind of depends on how big you want your plant to grow. The knockout roses are very, very forgiving, and they grow very, very quickly. You can get 2 to 3 feet of growth easily within the summertime. So if you have a taller one, you want to reduce it, but you don't want it to go all the way down the bottom, just take off 2 to 3 feet. But if you want to rejuvenate it, then go all the way down to 12 to 18 inches above the ground. And what this does is it removes all the dead and diseased parts. It also stimulates the plant to grow bigger and stronger and healthier. So what we're going to do today is we're going to work on my 2 knockout roses. I did the climbing rose the other day. I'll leave a link on the above on how I did that. And today we're going to work on the knockout roses. What you'll need is a good pair of gloves, because they do have a lot of thorns, and you'll need your pruning tools, a loper and a bypass tool. So we're going to go here and we're going to start with this one next to the fish tank, go fish pond. Move that out of the way. I'm gonna take these out over here so I have some room. This is a plant that grows new stems every year, so take these out as close to the ground as possible. I left them on 1 year to see what it would do, and it just put out new growth. So these can all go out. Okay, that allows me to get into this plant. Now, I'm going to take this back to about 12 inches. It's had a vine grow into it last year. I'm going to take out any that I don't want that's super old and that's in the... But the first thing you're going to do is start at the bottom. Just get rid of any of the dead stuff. Get that as close to the base as you can. And you can tell the dead stuff by the way it looks. It's no growth when you cut it. It's dark inside. There's absolutely no green in that at all. This is a completely dead stump. So we get that out of there. Anything that's not going to the way your plant that you want it to go needs to come out. And what you do is you cut it back to the first outward facing bud at a 45-degree angle. Don't be afraid to take stuff off. These plants are very forgiving, and it will help shape it for the next year, for this next spring. And you can see the little buds starting to come out on here. We want to open up this center as much as possible to allow new growth to come on. You want your clippers to be sharp, very, very sharp. The sharper the better. Now this has got a lot of dead stuff, so we're going to take it down to, I'm going to take this one. There's a dead one. I'm going to take that out. This is dead down to here, so we're going to take it there for right now. Now with these plants, you could just chop them completely off at 12 and let it go. Let's see, I pruned it here last year, so you can tell where you did the year before. Okay, it's another older cane that's dead. I'm going to take it out. There's another one back there that we're going to take out. It's dead. You want your pruners to be really sharp, and when you're cutting, you want your cut to be as close to the base. So if you look at your pruners, you'll notice that there's a flat edge and then there's the bevel cutting edge. Put the cutting edge next to where you want it to cut, so that you get a clean cut. Clean out around the base. Get all the dead stuff off of here that you can. This is the reason you have gloves. You want to open this up as much as possible in the center so that your rose bush has a good start. Like I said, check and see if anything's dead. You want that off of there. This one's a little bit hard to maneuver around because of the fish pond. But you do want to get this stuff out of here. You don't want to leave it. You want to look at your overall shape. I want an outward bud, and I want it going out towards that. Don't be afraid to take a bunch off. Like I said, they're very forgiving. You want clean cuts. Once you get the thicker stuff going, you can go with your smaller pruners to prune the smaller stuff off. Again, we're going to outward facing buds. We want the plant to go out this way. Want to get rid of in the interfacing ones. You want them to come out. This one's a little bit thicker, so we're gonna use this. It's dead to there. I see growth there. So I want to take that one out here, at least. Then I'll have to decide about this, whether I want to take more out or not. Got a outward facing bud there. I think I want to take it down to here. That's dead there, so take it down to there. This one's growing inward, so we're going to take it out. Going to shorten this to, I think I'll shorten it to there. Take this. All right, this one is going over that direction. I got some inner things that are dead. Got a crisscrossing thing here. So I'm going to take that out. Got one that's got some dead there. Get that out. Clean out the center here. See what I got going here. This is a reason why you wear long sleeve shirts. Those little, they grab a hold of you. Okay, I need to get in here and get this conch here taken out because it's crisscrossing really badly. So we're going to go down to here. Pop that out. Dead wood. Okay. I got that going there. Again, going to have to go around here on the edge to see if I can get this out. Okay. There we go. That piece of wood's out. Now we're going to step back and we're going to look at the overall plant, see if there's anything else we want to take out, if we want to lower it any more. Okay. This piece over here is an older piece, but it's budded out nicely and it's not looking very badly. I got this coming out into a vase shape over here. Got this one here. This one in the center, I think I'm going to take off because it's going up towards the center. We want to leave the center fairly well open. We don't want anything crisscrossing. This is coming out to the side. It's gonna go like this as it. So I think, pretty sure, I'm going to just leave this one as it is now. I could reduce the height a little bit more, but I'm pretty pleased with the way it's looking at the moment. I'm going to take this one out since it's going inward. So we've opened up the center. We got one coming up in the center to fill it out, and then we've got the vase going out this way. So that should come back really nicely, and it should get to about this tall by the end of the summer, which will be nice. I'll still be able to see out, and I think that's going to be really well. There we go. All right, this one's done. So now I'm going to work on the other one. So, hope that you learned something. Remember, don't be afraid to prune your roses. They're very forgiving, and you can cut them back even farther if you want. It's up to you, however you want them to look at the end. But you want to open up the centers, get rid of any crisscross or any diseased or damaged canes, and watch your shape so that you have a lot of air that can go through them. Because the more air that you go through them, the less diseases you'll have, because diseases grow on the leaves that are shaded mainly, and this should put out a great growth. Now, after I get through here, I will add some fertilizer to it, and it will be ready for spring. During the summer, knockout roses, you can either deadhead them if you want, or you don't have to. If you deadhead them, you'll get probably more blooms than what if you didn't, but it's not a requirement on roses. So remember, like, share, subscribe. The more you like it, the more the logarithm says, hey, you want to see more of these. So remember, dream big, follow that dream, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.